Since anti-government demonstrations began in March of 2011 as part of the Arab Spring, more than 13 million Syrians have been displaced from their homes, and half of those have fled the country to end up in makeshift camps along the border of neighboring countries.
Every day, Syrians face the decision to flee their country after seeing their neighborhoods attacked or family members killed, or to stay and try to survive in the midst of war conditions. Neither is a good choice.
We want to share with you about a Syrian refugee outreach that's happening in the Bekaa Valley region of Lebanon.
This is not an official camp for refugees, but roughly 1.5 million Syrians have made the dangerous journey across the Lebanon border to seek safety.
According to the UN, almost half of all Syrian refugees are under the age of 18. They're confused and scared. Most have been out of school for months, if not years. Older children are forced to grow up too fast. Girls as young as 13 face marriage because their families can't provide for them, and there's no other means of support.
As we started reading more about the reality of the war in Syria, we found ourselves wanting to help, but wondering where in the world to begin. The Middle East is just so far removed from our world. Except for our longtime friends who have been living there for the past 9 years. And then through a simple phone call to catch up with life, we are introduced to the work of Melissa Mitchell, founder and humanitarian director of Walk With Me. Walk With Me is an initiative under Tying Vines, a nonprofit organization providing charitable assistance to disadvantaged people throughout the Middle East. As we committed to learn more about the work in the region, we began to understand more about the reality of what life looks like for many Syrians, and we realized the enormity of this humanitarian crisis. Families just like ours have sat down to dinner, and in a moment, an unexpected bomb hits their homes, and their lives were forever changed. Lost loved ones, homes, businesses destroyed. Just the suspicion of being on the wrong side politically has meant for many the destruction of their livelihood, or worse, the loss of their family members.
As an Ironman finisher, I knew I wanted to do another race, but I always said it would have to be for a reason bigger than me, something outside of my personal goals. Ironman is such a huge commitment. It really affects the whole family. So it's been over 4 years since my full distance race. Over the past year, we've given to Tying Vines as a family, but I found myself wondering, how can we figure out a way to give more to this work? Then I remembered Ironman Foundation, so I did some research and found the Your Journey, Your Cause program, and I knew this was a platform we could use to reach more people, to bring awareness and raise funds for Melissa's work.
We're calling our fundraising project Melissa's Promise. That name came from a blog post by Melissa that gripped our hearts. She writes about sitting with 4 girls in an airport. Their stories are heartbreaking, and she makes a commitment that scares her. She tells them she will stick with them until they feel whole, and she will find friends to help.
And that's what we want to do through Ironman, and what will be a 40-week training process. So whether you're training, supporting someone who is, or would simply like to follow the event, we want to invite you to tune in and join us in this journey. You can follow us on our YouTube channel as well as social media. All the links are in the description below.
Literally, for the cost of weekend entertainment, your donations can change the course of someone's life by providing medicine, a chance to go to school, or receive vocational training.
Join us as we train and let us share with you stories of real people who've lost so much.
Our help can bring hope to those trying to rebuild their lives. When you hear their stories, I think you'll be excited to give. It's amazing how far your dollars will stretch to make a real difference.